short one.
What?
Pull it down. Pull the microphone down.
Just telling you, put the mic in your mouth.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
Just keep holding. Okay, 2 more minutes.
Okay. Is this what girls feel like with long hair?
That's right. That's good.
Yeah, semifinal. That's exciting.
Jesse, 4 on Thursday? Yep. First time we've had a team at the finals since 2005. Men's sport. Oh, well, other than wrestling. But wrestling's kind of an anomaly.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
What's the game you played?
We'll be playing Bear River in the finals.
Where is it?
It's at, they call it Zion Field. It's out in Merriman. It's that new complex where the rugby team plays.
Oh, it's called Zion. I've always just called it the Warriors Stadium,
Warriors.
but it
really
is
a
Zion
cool
Field.
stadium.
Yeah.
We went to it.
So who is it that plays out there normally? It's all Warriors.
Yeah. Okay, about 1 minute, Nick.
Okay.
About 1 minute.
So I don't sit down here, do I? Just tell me to stand
Yeah.
up again?
Let you sit down.
I do sit down?
This is really confusing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so you'll sit down. Easton comes up and sits. Then you sit down. And everyone sits down, including the faculty. The pipe band then enters from the rear. What's the deployment? Once they
Is
finish.
this the pipe band?
No, this is
Okay.
just playing overhead. Then this is, then after the pipe band's done, then you'll stand up and say, you stand for
Okay.
nations.
What is the pipe band playing?
What?
What is the pipe band playing?
They play their song they have. And let's go.
Okay.
Your time.
Got this, Nick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the class of 2024. Thank you, everyone. You may now be seated.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you want me to introduce the pipe band? Say, ladies and gentlemen, the pipe band.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is our pipe band. please stand for the presentation of our nation's colors. The Traverse National Anthem.
We stand to the flag. As written in the for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Welcome to Payson High School's 2024 graduation ceremony. We will be following the program as outlined. And I think that means my speech is first. So, hey guys, it's all my people in front of me. It's kind of fun being here. And I just want to reminisce about some memories that I had this year with you guys. I remember all the good times we had. First of all, I remember all the dances that we went to, when all the guys were rushing around trying to ask their dates out before anybody else could get to them, many times being unsuccessful in doing so. I remember all the Friday night football games that we shared together, this year being very memorable for our football season. And then there's all the sentimental senior events that we all partied at together. I hope you guys enjoyed those. After that, there's this whole Kevin Bacon thing that we did this year. Remember when we all pulled up to the school at 4 a.m., if not even earlier, just for him to say that he's going to come to Payson High School? It's pretty crazy that these will be the kinds of things we tell our kids in years on from now. Not to mention we had the prom of the year. It's pretty exciting. I don't know what more we could have asked for. And the best thing about it all is that we did it together as Payson Lions. Now, I just have a few personal memories that I'd like to share with you all. I remember setting up for homecoming with the student council. And she's going to hate me when I say this, but we were all laughing so hard that Ruby Ralph ended up peeing her pants that night. And it's those silly things that are so fun. Oh, and all the Pride episodes I got to work on. I remember doorbell ditching houses inside of garbage bags with Caleb in the Evans. If you guys saw that. We got Tyler Kornberg's house pretty well. And maybe you guys recall that one time I even got in trouble on the Pride with Ryland Baker. That was utterly embarrassing. Now, I want you guys to look around the room and look at all the friendships that you've created here. And even just the people that you said hi to in the hallways every now and then. Maybe it was the girl you finally talked to in math class that's your best friend now, or maybe it was the new kid you showed around the school in 8th grade. It's these little connections and these simple greetings that we can have on people that truly enrich our lives. It was only 5 years ago that Christian DeGraw just so happened to be in a class of mine, and who would have known that we are still friends even today? Now, I have just one last thing that I want to resemble with you guys. My buddy Luke Larson, he would always text me about this speech of mine. He had big ideas for it. Well, I didn't end up using any of those ideas for obvious reasons. There is something that he mentioned that I want to chat with you guys about. He told me once, just a bit ago, how he felt that everyone has become one. I was a little bit confused at first, but it started to make sense to me. He was really onto something. We may have arrived here with different friend groups or different labels. Somewhere along the way, those lines ended up fading. We became one graduating class. It's quite brilliant, if you ask me. So as we make our way on our new adventures, let's all do our best to make the journey one to remember. And there's my little speech for you all. Thank you, guys. It's been fun. Thank you guys for allowing me to be your senior class president this year. It's been really fun. And I think we'll have a reunion in about 5 years. How's that sound, huh? Good? Thank you, guys. I love you all.
I want you to picture this. You feel a gentle tap on your shoulder, and as you roll over on your bed, you're met with the eyes of your mom. Panic sets in as you realize that you've overslept. And with haste, you rush to get ready and make your way to school. Arriving at the parking lot, you're met with a sight that has become all too familiar. Rows upon rows of cars packed tightly together, resembling a complex game of Tetris. But you've been through this before, so you navigate through the maze of vehicles. With each maneuver, you carefully slot your car into the smallest of spaces, whether it's a real parking lot or not, demonstrating precision and skill. This is a scene that most of us can relate to. As you navigate through the familiar chaos of the parking lot, each tight maneuver serves as a metaphor for the challenges that you face since your first day at Payson High School. My journey started as a little sophomore, making her way through the big and crowded hallways. I had no clear path, and I felt very alone. That is, until I stumbled upon the marching band. I'll never forget when I was invited to join. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. I didn't even know the name of the instrument that I was assigned. Even so, I dove headfirst into the new world of instruments and camaraderie. That first season was rough. We stumbled, we faltered, and we lost every single competition. But as the years went on, we got better. Something remarkable happened. We grew. We got second place in percussion this year. But even bigger than that, we grew as a family. Through all of the highs and lows of each season, through the hot practices and the rainy ones that we never thought would end, we found strength in our unity, pushing each other to be better, to reach higher. We faced challenges, celebrated victories, and forged bonds that will last a lifetime. We've each had our own experiences like this in high school, whether that be that you're in drama, athletics, choir, orchestra, clubs, or anything else. As we stand on the threshold of graduation, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of this momentous achievement. But let's take a moment to reflect on what truly matters. Graduation isn't just about receiving a diploma. It's about the countless lessons we've learned, the friendships we've forged, and the obstacles we've overcome along the way. Throughout our time at Payson High School, we've experienced firsthand the truth behind the saying, "It's the journey, not the destination, that truly matters." Each step of our high school journey has shaped us into the individuals we are today, teaching us resilience, perseverance, and the importance of community. As we gather here today to celebrate this milestone together, let's remember that this isn't the end of our journey, but merely the beginning of a new chapter. Just as we've grown and evolved during our time at Payson High School, so too will we continue to grow and evolve during the years to come. So as we embark on this new journey, let us carry with us the lessons we've learned, the friendships we've cherished, and the memories we've made. And let's face the future with courage and determination, knowing that the best is yet to come. In closing, I want to borrow a line from Elle Woods. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the senior graduating class of 2024, I'd like to thank all those who strive daily to make Payson High School excellent, to the administration who keep the school running smoothly every day, to the teachers who come in every day with inspiring dedication to teach us, despite our best efforts not to learn a single thing, to the counselors who help us achieve our every academic goal, and of course, to each and every family who have all supported us along our journeys. I'd also like to extend my personal gratitude to all my classmates for making our class so amazing and memorable, and of course, to each and every one of my friends and family who personally supported me along my entire journey. 4,311 days ago, we began the journey of education as we walked into our first grade classrooms for the very first time. Life was great. Now, instead of being stuck at home, we got to go to school every day, making a whole bunch of new friends and learning everything we could about everything. But despite how good this new life was, I couldn't help but be jealous of the big second graders who seemed to be the coolest people and already knew everything about everything. 2015 days ago, we began our junior high journeys. We'd done it. We'd finally graduated from elementary school and achieved what we've been working on for so long. However, these days were rough. Life seemed to be changing faster than I could possibly keep up with, and the bubble I lived in began to collapse. I couldn't wait to be done with this whole new junior high thing and move on to high school where things would certainly be better. 981 days ago, we began our high school journeys as we walked into Payson High School. Just 3 more years of staying up late, furiously trying to finish assignments, stressing over tests, and waking up early, and we'd finally be free. I, probably like many of you, had our dreams shattered as we were told time and time again that this was not, in fact, the hardest part of our lives. Soon we'd be doing the same difficult stuff as before, but we'd also soon be working day and night just to afford a tiny shared college dorm. Life began to feel overwhelming and meaningless. If there was never a point where life got easier so we could finally enjoy it, then what was even the point? However, I'd like to argue that this is not the purpose of life. We're not meant to wait for life to get easy so we can finally enjoy it, because life will never be easy. It's simply a fact of life. Human nature is to want life to be easy, but it never will be, no matter how much we want it to be. Now, you might be expecting some new and profound wisdom, but unfortunately, I am just a teenager, so I haven't had anything but bad ideas for a while now. But to put it simply, the lesson I learned was this: our journey has already begun. This might seem like a pretty simple and maybe even underwhelming statement, but I think it's all the more important because of it. This is it. This is our life's journey. We aren't going to wake up one day and realize that the world is suddenly perfect. We won't wake up one day and suddenly find ourselves in the greener grass on the other side. But we might wake up one day and realize that we've spent our entire lives yearning for a perfect day that might never come. So don't wait for those perfect days. Be fully present in every moment and enjoy it every single day. Take the time to find beauty in the ordinary, joy in the uninspiring, and curiosity in the unremarkable. Take the time to go out and meet someone new or reconnect with an old friend. Spend some time with the people you love. Because when we all inevitably lay there, a moment away from death, it won't be those perfect days we spent chasing, or even the achievements we spent forever working towards that we'll remember. It'll be the friends we made along the way and the everyday memories that we made. Life will go by faster than a blur if we're not careful. So why waste any more of your precious time waiting? Let's start enjoying life now. Because when it really does come down to it, our journeys aren't just beginning, they've already begun. Thank you.
We did it. Isn't it crazy that we're graduating? Already throughout our lives, we have done so many different things and accomplished so much. You often hear that graduation is the end of a journey. I want everyone to think back and reminisce on that and all the years of school that we have already gone through. The journey started in preschool, though I don't really remember it. Then you move on to kindergarten, real school. Do you guys remember finally going to first grade and getting to eat lunch at school? That was a really big deal. Remember hearing that you have to be in school for 12 whole years? As a second grader, 10 more years of school just felt impossible. Then you leave elementary school after 6th grade to go to the big junior high. I was terrified. The thought of 7 classes, 7 teachers, new people, real grades. But the worst was the thought of changing for PE. However, we managed to survive that. We left junior high for our first real year of high school. Remember going to football games and school dances for the first time ever? Everyone got driver's licenses. February of my sophomore year felt like it just couldn't come fast enough, but now I've had my license for over 2 years. First dates, first kisses, first breakups, losing old friends, meeting new ones, teachers you loved and teachers you didn't love so much. Getting a real job and the thought of going to work was scary, but we did that. Junior year was difficult, classes were hard, taking ACT sucked. You just want to be done with school, but you're not quite there yet. And then suddenly, it's senior year. It's our senior sunrise, going to the last game, the last prom, last concert, last performance, senior gotcha, senior sunset, senior all-nighter, so many different lasts. High school has contained so many firsts and lasts, and now it's over. So much has changed since the beginning of high school. Not one of us is the same as we were. Suddenly, everyone's grown up and ready to move on. It's so scary, but so exciting. There is so much change happening all at once. You also often hear of graduation being called the beginning of a journey. Everyone is going in different directions now, and there will be so many more exciting firsts. First years of college, first adult jobs, first time living away from home. Eventually, there will be crazy firsts like first college degrees, first careers, first houses, weddings, first children, and many others. Just like there were first and last in high school, there will be first and last after high school. I believe that graduation is neither the beginning nor the end of our lives. I like to think of it as more of a stop in the middle. We didn't all start in the same place, and we're not all going to end up in the same place, but we're all here graduating now together. We've been through so much and had so many of the same experiences. Even if you claim to hate this place and hate everyone here, I know that the school and the people are going to hold a special place in your heart. I mean, they better, like we spent 4 really, really important years together. Remember all the good times and the bad, all the firsts and the lasts, because these are the things that are going to shape who you are for the rest of your life. So no matter where you end up, who you end up with, or what you end up doing, let's all remember Payson High School.
Love you all. What is up, class of 2024? Now, most of you probably never doubted I was going to graduate. But if I'm being completely honest, it was one of the hardest things I ever did. You see, by day, I would attend school, play sports, and do rigorous physical workouts. But when night fell and the rest of you guys went to sleep, that's when the city needed me most. I was in the shadows, fighting crime, and serving justice, all before the break of dawn. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why I was late to first period every single day. Now, I was a little nervous for today, mostly because I had no clue what I was going to talk about. So I went onto YouTube and I searched up top 10 best graduation speeches ever. Unfortunately for you guys, I didn't use any of those. You see, about 6 months ago, I received a letter in the mail from my 8th grade English teacher. It was a letter from myself. Instantly, I lost it, no clue where it went. But when I was asked to speak, I knew I had to find it. And lucky for you guys, I did. Now, I don't know what was in the water at Payson Junior High, but 8th grade Cooper was quite strange, so please forgive me. The first question he asked myself is, can we bench 315? And I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. No, absolutely not. The next question he asks is, did we ever get a girlfriend? No. 0 for 2, like my free throws. And just to kick myself while I was down, young me asked if my already old dog had died yet. Rest in peace, Ralph. Aw. I ramble on for another page, but at the very end, 8th grade me decides to get a little philosophical. He says, and I quote, "But most importantly, are we happy with who we are, the decisions we've made, and the path we've embarked on? High school is a direct indicator for the rest of our lives. Did we end it with no regrets in school, sports, and with the people we love?" End quote. Now, I didn't do everything I wanted in high school. I never got a girlfriend. I didn't bench 315, and despite trying my hardest, my dog didn't live forever. But I think back to that last question, are we happy? And yes, I am generally happy, no complaints. But I think back to when we were younger, or even last year, and we were told by parents, teachers, coaches, that high school will be the best time of your life. And yes, I had fun while in high school, winning football games and going to McDonald's after those games, sweaty dance mosh pits, and playing Desert Zone Wars till 3 a.m. with your friends. But to be completely honest, when I get told that that's the best it gets, I'm a little bit pissed off. You're telling me sophomores taking my parking spot, the same failed talking stages over and over, and that feeling when you just failed a test, but that's okay, because at least it's over. You're telling me that's the best this gets? Not only am I pissed off, I'm terrified. In the absolute masterpiece of a movie, Transformers, Sam Witwicky says, 50 years from now, don't you want to be able to say that you had the guts to get in the car? Now, I will never see a Transformer. And unless of all my birthday wishes, 11/11s, and wish upon a stars come true, I will never have the good fortune of watching prime Megan Fox pop the hood of my beat-down car. But that quote brings up a good question. In 50 years, will we be able to say that we got in the car? Did we take risks, chances, go after our dreams, or did we settle for the mediocre? If we live till we're 70 years old, high school will be less than 5% of our lives. I'll say that one more time. High school will be less than 5% of our lives. I know some of you are okay with mediocre. It's comfortable, it's easy. But I don't know about you guys, I don't want to be 25, 30 years old reminiscing about the good old days. I want to find that ever-elusive girlfriend, even if it's not Megan Fox. I want to bench 315. And most of all, I want to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life and make sure that I love it. You see, I want to make 8th grade Cooper, the kid who didn't have the guts to kiss a girl, the kid whose voice cracked every time he sang, and the kid who had no clue what the rest of his life was going to look like, proud. Class of 2024, if you don't want your life to be mediocre, get in the car. Take chances, take risks, go after your dreams, so that the rest of your life is the best of your life. Don't allow this 5% to be the best it gets. If you don't remember anything I said today, that's okay. Just remember, life's short, stunt it.
Payson High, I'm so grateful to be with you here today. Usually my graduation addresses begin by imparting some kind of wisdom or advice that I may have for you, which I will do a little bit later. But first, I wanted to tell you what you taught me this year in your pursuits for bacon. So, number one, it's good to have lofty goals and dreams, even when somebody tells you achieving it is certainly impossible. The second thing you taught me, be laser focused in your pursuits and recruit others to assist you along the way. Number three, sometimes the media can actually be your friend. Number four, never give up on something that's important to you. Number five, and in the end, service and compassion for others is what will bring you the most satisfaction. You're all very smart and you probably don't need any of my advice, but nonetheless, here we go. I keep a note file on my phone. I've made it a habit of jotting things down when they inspire me or they invoke just happiness or joy. So I'm going to quickly tell you and share with you one of the experiences that I've recorded and I remember. My husband and I had the opportunity to serve young adults in their mid-20s at BYU. Like you, they have been an amazing example to me. One of these students' name is Abby. Abby is possibly one of the best humans I've ever met. She begins most of her conversations with the question, "What was the best thing that happened to you today?" Or, "What was the best thing that happened to you this week?" When I first met Abby, this question honestly took me a little off guard. But within a few short seconds, I forgot my frustrations from work, and a picture of my sweet one-year-old granddaughter, Emery, popped into my mind. We had had grandma time that week. And at that time, she had just started reaching for me to pick her up. And best of all, she started preferring grandma over grandpa. What power there is in that simple phrase. What's the best thing that happened to you this week? It changed my mood and it changed my outlook. It allowed me to ponder and focus on the good. I suddenly felt grateful and I felt blessed. I believe strongly that what we look for and what we focus on in our lives is what we are going to find, good or bad. My husband and I at dinner have started asking each other, what was the best thing that happened to you today? You know, most of the time, the best thing is something really quite small, something that we may have completely forgotten or overlooked, unless we took the time to stop and to ponder and focus on the best things. So, Payson High, I have a challenge for you today. Be like Abby and take the time to ask yourself and to ask others, what was the best thing that happened to you today? I promise that you will like the results. So, Mr. Sorensen, on behalf of the Nebo Board of Education, it is my honor to accept the 2024 Payson High graduates.
Class of 2024, we love you and we are so proud of you. I feel like a proud papa, and I feel like I have the best job in the world to spend each and every day with you. For a few months this year, you made Payson High School the most famous high school in the world. When Kevin Bacon announced on the Today Show that he would visit Payson High School, a national PR firm estimated that 4.3 billion people worldwide saw the story. 4.3 billion people. That's more than half of the Earth's entire population. Sure, Kevin Bacon brought a lot of attention, but that's not what captured the world's heart. It was you. The story about how you've worked together, how you were, in Kevin's words, relentless. How you led, and how most importantly, you showed up for each other, even if that meant waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to fill the gym for something that mattered more to your classmates than it did to you. In the process, you also helped support 5,000 people in need with your donations and service. Don't forget that when you work together and support each other for a positive cause, you will change the world. I want to highlight some great examples of pride, honor, and strength from the class of 2024. First, the class of 2024 has been awarded $7.9 million in scholarships. That's almost double what last year's class earned. Sorry, class of 2023, we love you too. They also saved an additional $5.5 million in UVU concurrent enrollment savings. For the first time since 1971, we had back-to-back winning seasons in football. Payson High School had 6 region championship teams this year: girls basketball, swimming, softball, boys and girls lacrosse, track and field, drama, and our orchestra and choirs scored the highest possible scores at their region festivals. I want to shout out right now to our girls lacrosse team, who just, some of you might have seen the 11 girls trickling in after we had started. They just won in the semifinals and will advance to play in the state championship game on Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We're very proud of them. In this class, we've had state champions, record breakers in multiple events, elite academic scholarships, and to some of the most prestigious universities in the state. January Langston was the first ever Payson High School female state champion wrestler. Colby Olson exemplified leadership on the field and in the classroom. Holly Kinniston had a friendly smile and a fist bump for every single person that she met at school. Oscar Menjivar is so humble, kind, and genuinely concerned about the world we live in. Kelsey Garcia is dedicated and has demonstrated excellence in leadership on the field and is very resilient. Braden Dillmore for his electrifying renditions of the national anthem. Nasari Alvarado, her dedication in the classroom, her rigorous schedule, and for being the first of one of my students' children to graduate. And last but not least, 2 of the nicest cowboys you'll ever meet, the Hoyt twins, Chandler and Garrett. Every team, every group, every activity has carried with it the pride, honor, and strength that make up the beautiful fabric of Payson High School. It's in the bands, the orchestras, the choirs, the theater, the sports teams, the dancers, the hard work in the classroom, the wood shops, the animal lab, the welding shop, and the Pride Studio. This year we'll also graduate a few legends from our teacher ranks. Tammy Jasperson with 29 years of loving care for our most loved students. Sherry Heaps with 47 years of service. Marilyn Miller with 30 years. Banks Burgess for 15 years at Payson High School, and Marilyn Morgan with countless choirs and 14 years of service. These teachers have served with their hearts and their souls. For the class of 2024, you'll enter a world of constant change, challenges, and opportunities. It may seem daunting, but I assure you, you are prepared. Your education at Payson High School is a foundation upon which you can build your dreams and aspirations. Remember, success is not merely measured by the material achievements but by the lives you touch and the difference that you make, the happiness that you find along the way. Nebo School Board of Education, Superintendent Nilsson, having fulfilled the requirements to graduate from Payson High School, I present to you the class of 2024.
I guess I got to tell you guys this part. Okay, so we will now begin the presentation of the diplomas. Will the first row please stand, and graduates follow your ushers.
We go this way. We go this way.
Nick Wilford Danzy.
Emma Lee McKinnon.
Logan Michael Dahl.
Kate Lynn Lotz.
Cooper Jacob Swayze.
Rhett Carter.
Payton Sean Sorensen.
Remick Blake Renzello.
Cash Carter Steele.
Axel Zachary Ward.
Jada Joe Hacking.
Chesney J. Roundy.
Oakley Jackman.
Kennedy J. Hawkins.
Julie Baxter.
Skylar Beth Reiners.
Kylie Wilkinson.
McKady Ruth Woodcox.
Trevor Willard Wilkinson.
Thomas Glenn Stowell.
Sierra Constance Phelps.
Danny Wheeler.
Chase Dylan Esplin.
Caleb Goebel.
Elijah Brighton.
Christian Isaac Adling.
Easton James Thomas.
Hunter Ryan Montague.
Caitlin Paige Finch.
Caitlin Grace Sonderegger.
Hallie Sophia Lovelace.
Brooke Nicole Bowden.
Abigail Rose Whiting.
Carl Van Tassel.
Allison Hawkins.
Jameis Adam Seavey.
Zayden Gordon Cook.
Tavia Van Nosdal.
Bo Steinfeld.
Zayla Bedos.
Alamia Felalia Kamaka Dunford.
Addison Marie Grange.
McCall Melanie Roseman.
Benjamin David Bettis.
Ethan Ray Silveira Nelson.
Spencer Thomas Sullivan.
Deegan Samuel Smith.
Brevin Michael Holt.
Carter Christensen.
Kenzie Ray Christensen.
Luke Harvey Sutton.
L. Olivia McClellan.
Aaron James Neal.
Alakea Amy Peterson.
Amberly Aspen Drager.
Daniel Todd Heaps.
Trevor Mark Sessions.
Ashley Serrano Avila.
Hayden Douglas Bingham.
Justin Harold Ortiz.
Michaela Ann Hawes.
Lily Ann Ford.
Alexis Marcia Tippett.
Sophia Ellen Swap.
Bailey Butler.
Madison Emily Stanley.
Rylan Savage Stegel.
Brooklyn Ashley Holdaway.
Caden Justin Harmer.
Chandler Kelly Hoyt.
Garrett Tex Hoyt.
Chelsea Farnsworth.
Nisha Lynn Simpson.
Kelsey Ann Isaac.
Camry Jorgensen.
Riley Paige Baxter.
Allie Elizabeth Drake.
Addison Joy Duke.
Rayleigh Ann Wild.
Ajali Torres.
Ava-Lynn Sorensen.
Porter Joe Beckstead.
Aiden Tyson Hardy.
Zachary Carl Jensen.
Lita Jean Hardy.
Corbin Lamar Nielsen.
Brock Manning.
Cash Strasberg.
Isael Israel Santillan.
Alec Yared Garcia.
Jaden B. Jensen.
January Isis Langston.
Dane Calvin Trimble.
Jason Bridger Ride.
John Cole Quigley.
Jared Paul Worthington.
Buddy Ray Jolly.
Tegan J. Edwards.
Damon Wade Hipsch.
Canyon Merrill Johnson.
Mackenzie May Ainscoe.
Olivia Jean McLean.
Jacob Allen Gull.
Michaela Lalita Sabi.
Amberly Peacock.
Jenna Kathleen Higginson.
Haley McKell Lind. Ivy Ann Cook.
Kirsten Maxine Dodgen.
Baron Akinone Phillips.
Janelle Ray Hutchison.
Holly Marie Kinniston.
Elena Janine Booth.
Vin Martin.
Linnea Catherine Burnham.
Roxanne Jane Hicken.
Maylee Sue Stevenson.
Tyler James Kornberg.
Scott Mason Hyatt.
David Reyes Martinez.
Ethan Lindsay.
Chloe Dunn.
Ryan Sky Richens.
William McClellan.
McKay Larry Swenson.
George Tay Silva.
Adelie Mae Taylor.
Hallie Nickel Elmer.
Grace Isla Peterson.
Ava Lillywhite.
Emily Jean Fox.
Nicholas Santiago Gonzalez.
Sir Logan Estes Cruz.
Ryan Philip Rowley.
Caden David Harris.
Ryland Stephen Baker.
Quincy Tams Mills.
Michael Matthew Franson.
Dalen Bradley Gassaway.
Joran Todd Rowley.
Ethan Matthew Kimmel.
Parker Wise.
Shaylee Alyssa Walker.
Mary Ann Meekum.
Emily Joy Lauber.
Hannah Marie Evans.
Isaias Ledesma Valdovinos.
Tyler Lynn Ellsworth.
Cody Cameron Nixon.
Trey DeGraffenried Huff.
Jordan Keen Ricks.
Lorian Rose Briscoe.
Caleb George Spencer.
Tyler James Marathew.
Cole Manasco.
Jay Griffin Snyder.
Victor Eduardo Villatoro Cano.
Kelby Lynn Shepard.
Landon Warren Shirtleff.
Lautaro Sanchez.
Colton Theobald.
Hadley Johnson.
Kaylee Ann Fratto.
Kate Cameo Slack.
Brooklyn Joe Hone.
Natalie Ann Marvin.
Hannah Joy Rowley.
Kamika David Wesley.
Will Carlton Bloomer.
Ethan Kurt Gubler.
William Joseph Dixon.
Braxton Vance Shirley.
Dallin Jared Hill.
Hallie Tishner.
Ellie Afton Polson.
McKinley Judd.
Tawny Ewell.
Carolina S. O'Brien.
Jackson Max Depew.
Kevin Ardell Latham.
Joshua Shane Mortgus.
Jeffrey Tyler Owens.
Presley Ryan.
Brinsley Batty Young.
Sadie Alexis Bowen.
Avery Lynn Bott.
Adeline Michelle Hansen.
Olivia Ruth Vincent.
Brindley May Smith.
Jade Crandall.
Jada L. Markwardson.
Hadley K. Wells.
Isabel K. Wilkie.
Taya Fatme Basir.
Riley Jaron Pay.
Zach W. Hartley.
Jimmy Medrano.
Stockton Smith.
Quentin Niels Fackrell.
Alexis Mary Coons.
Zane Thomas Harmon.
Kayson Tyson Terry.
Quade Tyler Beck.
Callan Keith Wilson.
Caleb Hudson Young.
McKaylee May Jones.
Ethan Glenn Bascom.
Jace Kirk Hooley.
Brighton Mason.
Sophia May Lester.
Irana Teresa Verdina.
Omar Alejandro Del Vilar Vasquez.
Brinley McKenna Alt.
Matea Mabel Bowen.
Jackenzie Ann Jones.
Chandler James Clements.
Andrew Lewis Keck.
Austin Harp.
Chloe Jade Thomas.
Nova Dawn Roy.
Austin Walsh.
Corey Lee Consul.
Luis Gustavo Alvarado de la O.
Ines Raylin Rodriguez.
Britton William Childs.
Daniel Munoz.
Bentley May Bushman.
Zoe Corinne Armenter.
Evan Jones.
Alejandro Javier Gomez.
Cooper Kidus Hans Mortensen.
Kyler Robert Rhodes.
Kobe David Anderson.
Ethan Max Olson.
Rowan Benjamin Hinckley Campbell.
Luca Ralph Colipi Rad.
Jacob Morgan Toronto.
Owen Jared Cottle.
Rhett Christensen.
Lindsay Marie Mills.
Jackson Hayes Clement.
Fisher Black.
Tyler Nicholas Kitchen.
Jaden Scott Slack.
Sarah Desiree Vanderpool.
Mason Joe Wing.
Destiny Marie Wise.
Allie Avera Williams.
Brooklyn Jaylee Younger.
Dallin Scott Duke.
Danielle Rose Sackley.
Kelsey Karina Garcia.
Sedona Sonia Davis.
Jasmine Noemi Tanoni Castaño.
Johanna Mia Valdivia.
Luisa Fernanda Velasquez.
Parker Merritt.
Easton Blair Andreasen.
Luke Carey Larson.
Logan Noel Euler.
Haley Lynn Manning.
Damon Jack Anderson.
Thomas Mark Toon.
Jaden Gregory Wood.
Veronica Lynn Bowman.
Aiden Howard Hamilton.
Mallory Jane Simons.
Kenley Miller.
Colby Chad Olson.
Dylan Wall.
Lincoln Stephen Ewell.
Cade Charles Edwards. Bridger Blower.
Carter Chad Sperry.
Hunter Daniel Proscard. Tanner George Ivers.
Madeline Ray Cole.
Tyler Matthew Crawford.
Nathaniel Lee Shaqua.
Esmeralda Aguirre.
Abigail Corey.
Catherine Irma Bowman.
Chad Patrick Hansen.
Gracie Ewell.
Aiden William Kuster.
Addison Colleen Terry.
Christian DeGraw.
Bailey McKell Watson.
Hinkley Noel Blanco Johnson.
Benjamin Ray Walton.
Mason James Walton.
Ruby May Roth.
Emery May Hall.
Chloe Elizabeth Crabb.
Annabelle May Corbin.
Taylor Sage McMurdy.
Gage Wilson Umorin.
Braxton Ryan Sharp.
Jarrett Edward Johnson.
Salem Nicole Hartle.
Cohen J. Hansen.
Martin Adams.
Celeste Lily Samuelson.
Abigail Florence Hepworth.
Eliza Rachel Walker.
Calder James Bott.
Gilbert Dwayne James.
Alyssa Rebecca Beck.
Elsa Charlene Mandolin.
Alexis Crofts.
Ryan Oliver Worthington.
Connor Michael O'Brien.
Tanika Lavery.
Luis Adan Albor.
Thane Russell Bird.
Charles Duckett Pipkin.
Luke Paul.
Zoe Bryn McClellan.
Sierra Ray Carter.
Riley Fisher Whittison.
Chaston L. Mauer.
Quinton John Potter.
Aaron Ray Kilner.
Tristan Wayne Moss.
Wesley James Meidinger.
Tyler Todd Wilkins.
Evan Justiniano Rocha.
Brian Serrano.
Gerardo Macedo.
Andrew Colin Ramondini.
Cameron Dakota Neal.
Malachi Zubek. Ricardo Valdovinos.
Summer Sky DeSoto.
Jordan Laney Reed.
Emberly Thomas.
Carson David Merrill.
Leland Michael Fowers.
Eliza Harley Davidson. Charlotte June Sim.
Elizabeth Claire Stocks.
Max Logan Schertz.
Megan Elizabeth Cox.
Antonio Morales Zavala.
Damian Alonso Hernandez.
Juan Andres Serna Rios.
Isabela Orbelicia Garcia Rodriguez.
Cindy Juarez Flores.
Lupe Corono Magana.
Jasmine Cortez Roque.
Adriana Magaña.
Miriam Alondra Cortez Ibal.
Donna Lynn Langdon.
Adam Masterson.
Dallin Richard Durant.
Gabriel Johnson.
Zachary Nielsen.
Gabriel Kraus.
Hadley Baxter.
Meg Lillian Sorensen.
Braden Lincoln Toomata Dillmore.
Avery Price O'Brien.
Isabel Munoz.
Victoria Zoe Perez del Pozo.
Karis Marion Long.
Oscar Menjivar.
Brinley Nielsen.
Kelsey Ann Miller. Kirsten Araya Creer.
Emma Lou Shannon.
Maggie Bell Alexander.
Addison Lynn Southwick.
Allison Rose Thomas.
Kelsey Ann Kerr.
Matthew Thomas Stowe.
Eliana Brooke Jenkins.
Adam Larson.
Taylor Sowers.
Nasari Alvarado.
Zach Bennett.
Joshua David Swanson.
Smith Kent Burton.
Eden Gabriel Sanchez.
Victor Gabriel Arce.
Juan Jose Pastor Lazaro.
Rodrigo Fabian Arcia.
Sierra Angelina Ferrer.
Alexandria Celeste Albright.
Emberlyn Leola Jensen.
Tori Ann Rasmussen.
Abigail Brooke Johnson.
Reagan Lynn McKenna.
Brelyn Susan Cook.
Amaris Soleil Kennedy.
Zaintel Beckett Miller.
Olivia Krista Cooper.
Evelyn Verna Corno.
Hayden Charles Farnworth.
Easton Lee Beddoes.
Stephen Mason Bettis.
Steele Jacobson.
Alex Jace Jensen.
Brady Allen Carter.
Hayden Don Young.
Landon Wellman.
Hannah Marie Adams.
Brady Chet Braithwaite.
Madison Chloe Miller.
Addison Brianne Corbin.
Jade Trejo.
Lisa Martin.
Morgan Olivia Jacobson.
Alice Hales.
Caroline Reen Yost.
Isabel Grace Erickson. Elena Bullard.
Shayna Murray Ayanuzi Cowgill.
Erica Page Davies.
Madison Shepard.
McKenna Lynn Meekum.
for the turning of the tassels, we want to remind everyone to remain in their seats until the last graduate exits. Families will meet their graduates and loved ones outside. Nick.
The script's been kind of hard to follow, but here we go. So we wish to thank everyone for attending today, and at this time I would like to ask the graduating class to please rise. You guys can stand up. All right. Here's the little part of moving our tassel. So the gesture of moving the tassel from one to the other symbolizes the student's transition from candidate to graduate. With this gesture, class of 2024, we turn the page to the next step in our grand adventure, making a commitment to feel fear and conquer it. To recognize the gratitude we have for our past, but most of all, to continue having the pride of a lion. All right. Graduates of Payson High School, class of 2024, please stand and join me as we make this commitment together. Follow me in moving your tassels from right to left. We are now officially graduated. Congratulations, guys. Audience, please remain in your seats as the graduates exit, and you can meet them outside the building. Fellow graduates, please follow your ushers to the exit. Thank you, guys.